It's day 1 of the Tour de France Singapore Criterium, which is an exhibition race, and I'm over here trying to collect my race day pack because I'll be racing on the second day in the Pro Ride Seekers novice ride.
So we got a pass to go in for the meet and greet, which we'll be meeting the pro riders over there later. And then let's go and see, because I got some friends inside already, so we'll go over there and meet them. And I got this race bag. It's essentially just a shoe bag with your race bib and everything.
Maybe because it's the first day, there wasn't really a lot of things and there weren't a lot of people, and it's also a very press conference kind of thing, so that's why we get to meet and greet with the riders and to just attend this media press conference.
I just came. There's nothing here lah, honestly. I just came. So Specialized not open. Interesting. A lot of things also not open lah.
For a while I was hanging around the Spin Axis booth, which they were selling their wheelie frames, and a lot of the frames were very nice. And they also had the Mark Cavendish Astana custom coloured wheelie frame, which is a bit loud for me, although I like loud colours, but it was really a bit loud for me. But overall the bike is still an extremely nice bike, and with the Vision SL60 wheels, I think it's a very nice bike and a wheel combination to have. Now one lucky person was able to win it at the end of the Tour de France Singapore, and I'm just super jealous because I really want a new bike.
Being the first day, a lot of the shops aren't open, but at least the food shops are open. So walking around, just taking a look, there's really nothing much on the first day. Hopefully there'll be more tomorrow lah. But shops like Spin Axis, Specialized, BYX are all opening and selling their frames. So if you're interested, you can come and see. And also Santini. Santini is the main sponsor of the event. It's also giving out the jerseys and everything. So quite a lot of stuff and on discount. Oh my god, there's beer! Oh yeah? But I'm watching later.
This was the Prudential sort of holding area where they were gonna get all the riders to come out and meet and greet, and a lot of the media people were here. We were also given free beers and food and everything, so we were just sitting here and watching them being interviewed and being asked questions by the press.
Please, William Gourmay is also here with us. Hi, Primoz, good afternoon. And there he is. So all four of them here, you guys looking comfortable, looking really fresh. You feeling fresh? You feeling? I've seen a lot of monkeys while you've been in Singapore.
I was here for the Formula One and yeah, the national champion Boone, like my friend, we went riding and
Approach a race like this.
Oh, but they told me before coming here that it's some new mountains or something, no? That they made. Okay, the way it's developing, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, just I mean, yeah, we see. I mean, always.
Oh, I didn't. Go. I mean, there really wasn't much going on inside. It was just to meet the riders and listen to them, answer a few questions. So we will go for the race tomorrow and we see how it goes. Hopefully nothing happens big in the race, and hopefully we race safely lah. I think that's the most important thing, to race safe and ensure that none of us die. That's all.
So this is my number, 824. It's the same number that's also on my body. So at least we have a very nice looking tag, which I'm gonna be keeping as a souvenir. And this is the bike with the camera at the front here, which I will be recording later for our ride. And hopefully they don't take away the camera. If not, I got nowhere to record the ride.
Seconds
to go. Remember, we're going to be counting you down from 5 as we stand by here at the Tour de France Prudential Singapore Criterium. This is the Brew Ride Seekers Criterium. Riders, are you ready to go? If the riders are ready, our flag-off party is ready. We are standing by to count you down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's ride! The flag is down. Your usual lap begins. This is your time, ladies and gentlemen. This is your time.
Honestly, the moment I saw people started sprinting all the way in front, and I was actually trying to keep up with my friends who are in the red jerseys in front of me, yeah, the moment I see them go, I know I cannot keep up. Because we were already rolling like 40, 45 just on the familiarization lap alone. And like, not being riding for like the past 2-3 months, having to hold this speed and at a certain heart rate, wow, I tell you, my heart just could not take it. The race on my side is not exciting at all because I ended the race being like the 5th or like the 4th last guy. But a lot of other people had a lot better races and a lot better performance than me. And that is to be expected because there are so many other stronger people out there. And like, I'm just super weak compared to all these people. I also think because being off the bike for a few months, it has kind of affected my confidence on the bike. I was a bit worried when people started coming very close to me and even cutting my line, and also just having to take a corner at like 30 plus k per hour or 40, although it's not fast to many people, but it was relatively fast to me. And I think I just kind of have lost that confidence of cornering and being riding in a pack. This is the last turn before we go into the final straight, and it's also the finishing straight where everybody just started to sprint off, and you can see like everybody up their pace, which was already like super fast, and it's now just got even faster, and I cannot even catch up to them anymore. And as you can see, as the turns go and my confidence decreases, the gap gets bigger, and it only gets bigger. Looking back at the data, honestly, it's super painful. The wattage is very high for me, and I think just trying to catch onto the wheel in front of me, I'm doing almost 500 watts. And even being in the draft, I'm also doing like 180, 200 plus watts just to stay on the wheel of the guy in front of me. And like, because this circuit has a few U-turns and my like lack of confidence for cornering, it definitely made it a lot worse because before every corner I slow down quite a bit, and after every corner I have to sprint just to catch the wheel in front of me. So I was constantly doing intervals, and it was super painful, and I think my body just could not sustain that type of interval constantly for like 6 laps because the familiarization lap alone was already super fast. This was the 3rd or 4th lap, and this is the corner that I realized like I cannot do it anymore. My heart has been beating for like 190 BPM for don't know how bloody long, and I just realized like, nope, this is not it. I really cannot do this. So I decided to just go at my own pace and not get lagged. That was my priority. It was really a mental game just to be able to not get lapped by the safety car, not to get lapped by the front riders, not to crash, not to DNF. So that was literally my only motivation and my only goal. So it was a mental game for the next like 2 laps, 3 laps. And I just didn't want to get lapped, and that's all that mattered. And I just didn't want to have a DNF at the side of my name. So just kept pushing, head down, push, and then I'm lucky enough that we didn't get DNF, although we're like the bottom, I was the bottom 5 or something like that. But it's still a good enough placing for someone who has not been riding for a while, and I'm super satisfied with the result that I got.
Post-race verdict, I'm absolutely hammered. I mean, I kind of expected it because I didn't really train for it, and I haven't been riding for like a good 2-3 months properly. So I think by like the 3rd lap, which was the Ale sprint lap, I could not even catch up to the pack at all, and like my heart rate was like a constant 190, so it was super painful. But I had fun. I think that's all that matters, and there were a few crashes, and I'm lucky enough to not be involved in those crashes. Hopefully those people just get well soon. Hopefully nothing broke. Just stay safe, and I think at some point there's a certain limit to how hard we should push. For myself, I wanted to push harder, but at some point I realized no, my heart cannot take it anymore, because if I go any harder I might collapse. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it easy. There's no point pushing it. There's no way for me to win the frame, and there's no way for me to get a podium, so let's just aim to clear it. So yeah, we're gonna get changed, kick the bike, and then we're gonna head back down to the area just to see the pro race and see what's going on. And it might be different from yesterday, although the boosts are probably the same, but it might be different as compared to yesterday.
So these were the pros riding for the Pro TTT, and they were actually doing a familiarization lap around the circuit before the actual TTT. Now obviously you will know some very familiar faces like our Singapore nationals, Mark Cavendish, Primož Roglič, and like some other pros, and even the recent green jersey from the Tour de France, William Gamay. So obviously there are a lot of pro teams here, and even if it's an exhibition race, it's still very fun to just watch them go, and at speeds that we can never predict that we can even do.
Media bike.
On its day 2, a lot of the booths are finally open, such as Specialized, Spin Axis, BYX, and even all the food. So all the food have long queues. I mean, a lot of people have to get drinks, and the only place that we could get drinks was from the vendors themselves, and we can't even bring our own things in, which is good business for them. And here comes somebody that likes to disturb me.
Squat down a little bit so that everyone just squat down. And I want you to wave your hand and maybe bang the ball up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I started wandering around the entire circuit, trying to see where I could take nice pictures and trying to see where I can take a nice video of the entire race. So I found this area. I think it was quite nice. I managed to get some quite nice pictures that I'm actually pretty proud of, and also you get a very nice view of the riders just riding past. And when you actually look up close, you realize that they are super fast.
All good. Yeah, I was also waiting.
The entire race was a 60 km race, meaning these poor lads have to ride this circuit for like almost 30 laps. And I think after a while, even as a spectator, it got quite boring. So we decided to do something interesting, which was to start shouting random names at the riders and like just for fun. So even though Van der Poel wasn't there, we started shouting for Matthew Van der Poel. Some random guy called Atan also came out. Like we just started shouting out for fun because we really had nothing better to do. Many people will bash to say that it's an exhibition ride, it is scripted and whatever. I mean, yes, it is, but it's always very nice to see the pros just racing in front of you. And that ends the Tour de France Singapore Crit.